Good evening, everyone. Hope I'm audible to everyone. Please raise your hands if I'm audible. Thank you so much for the good wishes from each of you. A very, very happy Teachers' Day to you as well. It's a lovely day to start off a new course on a very good note. I'm so happy that I'm starting the course on Teachers' Day. Thank you so much. There is a teacher in each and every one of you. So a very happy Teachers' Day to each of you. Okay. You are no less than anyone else in this world. There is so much that each of us can also learn from you. So happy Teachers' Day to you as well. Okay. Thank you. Chaliye, so let's begin this auspicious day with a new topic and a new course. So a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Today we begin our course of IIT focused entrance. Okay, just give me a moment. There seems to be an issue here. Just give me a moment. Yes, there are a few issues. A few people are not being able to join. Just let me correct that and I'll be right with you. Bear with me, just, yeah. Yes, a few of you are not being able to join. Bear with me, just give me a couple of minutes. Yes, there are a few of you who are not being able to join. Just give me a moment. Just finishing that. Just working on it. Give me a moment. All right, the team is working on it. Till then, let's begin the session. Okay. All of you can view this also on YouTube live, so don't worry. ठीक है? जितने भी लोग हैं, please inform everyone कि YouTube live पर भी ये session available है. Okay, if they are not being able to join, कोई problem नहीं है. There's no problem. Okay? चलिए, ठीक है. Let's begin आज का session. तो आज हम लोग बात करेंगे एक बहुत ही अच्छा, इजी, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक, दैट इज कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर. Okay, we start off this IIT focused course with consumer behavior. ठीक है, अब ये consumer behavior के basics को आज बहुत अच्छे से समझेंगे. As the name suggests, consumer behavior का क्या मतलब है? Studying the behavior of a consumer. और क्या होगा? Right? So studying the behavior of a consumer में कुछ aspects हमें डिफाइन करने पड़ेंगे बिफोर वी गो इनटू द मॉडल इटसेल्फ। ओके, तो कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर में सबसे पहले कंज्यूमर के बिहेवियर को समझने से पहले वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड अ फ्यू थिंग्स। ठीक है, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ वर्ल्ड आर वी कंसिडरिंग, दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर वन। अगर हमें कंजम्पशन पैटर्न को समझना है ऑफ अ कंज्यूमर, if we want to understand how a consumer is consuming in daily life, we need to make a world conducive to our model. Okay, so we consider a very simplistic model जहां पर हर एक कंज्यूमर के पास में दो गुड्स के ऑप्शंस हैं, the goods are X and Y. ठीक है, in this world there are only two goods. अब ये देखकर हमें काफी अनरियलिस्टिक लगेगा कि सर ऐसा थोड़ी ना है कि वर्ल्ड में खाली दो गुड्स है, तो ये तो बहुत ही वियर्ड अजम्पशन है। इट्स नॉट एज वियर्ड, मैं आपको समझाता हूं कैसे। एक्स इज सपोजिंग पोटैटो, ठीक है, एक्स इज ऑल द पोटैटो कंजम्पशन दैट यू डू एंड वाई इज एवरीथिंग एल्स। एवरीथिंग एल्स का मतलब शर्ट दैट यू वेयर, the spectacles that you wear, the cream that you put, everything else is clubbed into good Y. So X is one good and Y is everything else. Literally everything else. You can also think about it in this way that मैंने potato पर कुछ spend किया and the remaining amount of money is my expenditure on everything else. So I spent something on potato or good X, and what is the remaining amount of money that I spend on everything else, that is Y itself. Okay, काफी सारे मेथड से इसको समझा जा सकता है, but it's a very very simplistic approach जहां पर X is one of the good and Y is everything else. Okay, तो ये सिनारियो के साथ में हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे। नाउ अ टू गुड वर्ल्ड इज व्हाट वी कंसिडर। अब ये टू गुड वर्ल्ड में एक्स एंड वाई का कंजम्पशन हम लोग कैसे कर रहे हैं? एक्स एंड वाई का कंजम्पशन हम लोग कर रहे हैं बेसिकली कंजम्पशन डिटर्मिनेशन हैज अ कपल ऑफ एस्पेक्ट्स। सबसे पहले फर्स्ट एस्पेक्ट is the amount of money that you have in your pocket, or the income, or the means of purchasing the two goods. Obviously, kitna मैं consume करूंगा of the good will be dependent on the amount of money that I have in pocket, right? The amount of money that I have in my pocket will basically determine how much I will ultimately consume. So this is one of the factor that will basically determine how much of X and Y will a consumer buy. And the other aspect is the preference of the consumer. Okay, right? So you and I may have the same amount of money in our pocket, say 100 rupees, right? You and I have the same amount of money in our pocket, say 100 rupees, but you may wish to spend that 100 rupees on a particular combination of X and Y, and I will choose to spend it according to my own preference, right? हम लोग दोनों के पास में same amount of money होने के बावजूद we may spend it in completely different ways. Like for example, I may spend it entirely on potato. I love potatoes, so I spend my entire money income only in consuming potatoes. But you hate potatoes, so your entire amount of money is going into everything else other than potato, right? So we can choose to behave in completely different ways even though we have the same income. Okay, so income and the preferences combined will basically determine how much a consumer consumes. Is this understandable? अगर सबको समझ में आ रहा है, then please raise your hand. Okay, किसी को कुछ भी डाउट, किसी को कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछना है, I'll be happy to take it up. Right. Okay, सबको समझ में आ गया, very good. Awesome. So means and the preferences together combined tell us how much a consumer consumes. तो सबसे पहला एस्पेक्ट को हम लोग पकड़ेंगे, दैट इज मीन्स और इनकम. सो मीन्स के बारे में सबसे पहले बात करेंगे और द इनकम ऑफ द कंज्यूमर. नाउ द इनकम ऑफ द कंज्यूमर as denoted in our theory by M. M basically represents the income of the person. And there is a particular price prevailing in the market for each of the two goods for X and Y. PX is the price of X, PY is the price of Y. So these are things which are not determined by our model. हमें ये सब इंफॉर्मेशन दिया जाता है कि हमें कंज्यूमर के बिहेवियर को असेस करना है. वी नीड टू असेस द बिहेवियर ऑफ द कंज्यूमर गिवन दैट द कंज्यूमर हैज 225 rupees in their pocket and the price of X is 5 rupees, price of Y is 7 rupees. So हमें ये सारा इंफॉर्मेशन को दिया जाता है दैट इनकम कितना है कंज्यूमर के पास में, प्राइस ऑफ X एंड Y कितना है in the market, what is the preference of the consumer, which we will learn a little later on. The preferences will be identified by something called a utility function. Preferences को mathematically हम लोग एक functional format में बहुत अच्छे से सजाएंगे and we'll use that functional format along with the prices and the money income in order to find out that how much should the consumer consume ultimately, right? So we need to do all this. Right? Give me a moment. Okay. So, yeah. So these are the aspects which are given to us. Okay. And the utility function is also told to us. So हम लोग ये सारे factors को देखते हुए consumer कितना optimally consume करेगा, that is what our model aims at delivering. And this entire model को बहुत अच्छे से हम लोग सजाएंगे over a period of 5 sessions, today being the first one. So money income, PX, PY, along with the preferences will be basically giving my optimal X star and Y star. अब ये money income, PX and PY को मिला के, right, हम लोग logically एक बहुत easy inequality को set up करेंगे. वो क्या है? The money income that you have in your pocket, that has to be greater than equal to how much I'm being able to spend on good X and good Y. तो यहां पर वो कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है that I can take a loan from someone and spend a higher amount than what my pocket demands or what my pocket allows. मेरे पास में 100 rupees है, I can't spend more than 100 rupees. So there is a very simple inequality that comes out of knowing the money income and the prices. That is, M is greater than equal to XPX plus YPY. बहुत सिंपल सा इनइक्वालिटी निकलता है. ओके, अब ये जो इनइक्वालिटी है इसको हम लोग बजट सेट बुलाते हैं. वी कॉल दिस बजट सेट. ओके, दिस इज व्हाट basically represents the amount of money that the consumer can spend ultimately. Okay, and यहां पर सेविंग का कॉन्सेप्ट भी नहीं है. वी अज्यूम दैट the person lives for only this period. Okay, if X and Y is giving him a utility, if he likes both the goods X and Y, he will choose to spend his entire money income on the two goods. ठीक है, because there is no leaving a legacy. मैं यहां पर सेव करके नेक्स्ट पीरियड में कंज्यूम कर लूंगा, दैट कॉन्सेप्ट इज टिल नाउ नॉट देयर इन द सिंपलिस्टिक मॉडल दैट वी विल बी right now considering. A consumer living for multiple periods will come at the end of September when I do a topic called intertemporal choice. Okay, that is a completely different topic. Abhi bahut simple sa model ki money income is fully exhausted if both x and y is giving me a positive utility, or it is adding to my satisfaction. If x and y is adding to my satisfaction, I will choose to exhaust my entire money income. Okay, right. So this is what is the budget set, that the amount of money that you have should obviously be greater than equal to the expenditure that I make. Okay. अब इसको बहुत easily and बहुत अच्छे से हम लोग एक डायग्राम में represent कर सकते हैं. कैसा डायग्राम में represent करेंगे? कुछ ऐसा. So this is my x, this is my y. I'll get to see a line like this, a straight line like this. Okay. And this line basically represents equality. And the slope of this line is nothing but dy by dx. So मैं क्या करूंगा? I differentiate this equation, and what do I get? Money income and prices are not changing. So 0 is equal to px dx plus py dy. Now the slope is basically dy by dx in the xy space. So dy by dx is basically minus px by py. So the slope is minus px by py. And this equation is also called budget line. Okay? When I exhaust my entire money income, I get my budget line. Now, if y is equal to 0 and I spend entirely on x, it's a no-brainer that x is equal to m by px. यहाँ पर y को 0 put कर दीजिए. That's it. And यहाँ पर if I put x is equal to 0, I'll get y is equal to m by py. So these are the x and y intercepts respectively of the budget line. Okay? So this is what is the budget line. Okay? And the slope of the budget line is minus px by py. Now, what happens if price of x increases? Supposing price of x increases to px dash, तब क्या बनेगा? m is equal to x into px dash plus y into py. Okay, so x is equal to 0, y is equal to m by py, but y is equal to 0, x is equal to m by px dash. Now obviously this is less than m by px because px dash is greater than px. So with a higher price, the budget line becomes something like this. Let's use a different color. कुछ ऐसा बन जाएगा. यहाँ पर the intercept becomes m by px dash. Similarly, what happens if I have a lower price? A lower price will basically mean that my intercept increases. Say the lower price is px double dash. So if my x price increases, my budget line becomes steeper. If my x price decreases, my budget line becomes flatter. Okay, this is what happens to my budget line due to changes in price. Okay, ये सबको समझ में आया? अगर समझ में आया, then please raise your hand. This is about changes in prices. Okay, change in px. If my price increases, this is what will happen. Similarly, if my price decreases, you'll get that m by px double dash is greater than m by px. ठीक है. Change in money income. Okay, change in money income. If my money income increases, right, m dash is my money income. अब क्या होगा? m dash by px will obviously be greater than m dash by, sorry, m by px. So original intercept से ज्यादा होगा नया intercept. Understandable. And similarly, m dash by py will be greater than m by py. So in a nutshell, let's explain it with a diagram here itself. So अगर ये मेरा original है, that is m by px, m by py. What will happen is, let's use a different color. If my m increases, I'll have basically a parallel shift of the budget line. यहाँ पर this becomes m dash by px and this intercept will be m dash by py. Please note the slope remains the same. M dash is equal to x px plus y py. If I differentiate and find out my dy by dx, you'll obviously see that I'll get the same slope that I got in my first instance, that was minus px by py. So the slope is the same. If the slope is the same, obviously I'm having a parallel shift. Okay. ठीक है. So this is what happens. Dipti, M is the usual notation for money income. You need to get used to the notation M. ISI, DSC, everywhere they'll say money income is M. It's not made up by me. You take a look at any of the books, सब जगह में M लिखा रहेगा. Okay, so this is what we have. So money income increases, parallel shift. Money income decreases, it's a no-brainer. क्या होगा? Money income decreases, I'll get a parallel shift inwards. Money income increases, I get a parallel shift outwards. So money income increases, this is what will happen. Money income decreases, this is what will happen. ठीक है. So ये हो गया बजट लाइन के बारे में. द स्लोप ऑफ द बजट लाइन हमने देखा कि कैसे निकालना है. वर्टिकल इंटरसेप्ट हमने देखा. What happens if P1 increases or PX increases or decreases? What happens if income increases? Okay, given different prices, the budget line can take different shapes and sizes. ये slowly when we do a few problems मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा that how will that happen. So this is about the basics of the budget line. Now let's take this opportunity to solve a few questions on budget line. Okay, तो ये हमने budget line को बहुत अच्छे से समझा कि कैसे use करेंगे budget line को, and what is a budget line, what is a budget set, हमने बहुत अच्छे से देखा. Now let's do a couple of questions on this. तो DSC 2019 question number 25 को देखेंगे सबसे पहले. So let's begin with that. I hope all of you are able to see the screen. Just give me a moment. I'll just open the question for you. Yeah. So all of you are able to see this simple question that's in front of you. Make an attempt to solve it. Put your answer in the poll. I have already activated a polling feature wherein you will be able to see the question and vote for your answer A, B, C, or D. Okay, please vote for your answer. Do it right now. Do it. I want 100% participation for this. मुझे ये नहीं देखना है कि 90% of you are participating. I want each and every one of you to participate in this. Do it. Thank you for your responses. I haven't seen 100% participation. I've given you more than enough time to take a look at this. I am ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm ending the poll now. Sharing the results. Okay. So what do we have here? This is DSC 2019 question number 25. Your budget is such that if you spend your entire income, you can afford 4 units of good X and 6 units of good Y, or you can afford 12 units of good X and 2 units of good Y. ठीक है? If I spend my entire income, या तो ये मैं consume कर सकता हूँ या तो ये consume कर सकता हूँ. So I know that 4px plus 6py is equal to 12px plus 2py. Okay, take px on one side and py on the other side. So 4py is equal to 8px, or what is the ratio of px to py? Px by py is equal to 4 by 8, which is equal to 1 by 2. Just mark your answer. That's all. इससे ज्यादा easy question आपको नहीं मिल सकता है. This is a DSC question. ये DSC का question है. Some of you are already asking कि sir DSC का आप क्यों कर रहे हैं questions? DSC का question हम लोग इसलिए कर रहे हैं क्योंकि DSC and ISI के questions are equally important for IIT. So ये IIT focused is not only IIT. It is everything. IIT पर भी focus है, ISI DSC पर भी focus है. Okay. So anyway, in order to crack IIT, you will have to solve ISI DSC questions. No two ways about it. आपको करना ही पड़ेगा. ओके, अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को देखते हैं. ये आपने देखा DSC 2019 क्वेश्चन नंबर 25. Now you will be in for a surprise when we take a look at DSC 2009. ओके, क्या है सरप्राइज? अभी देख लीजिए सरप्राइज. Take a look at this question. This is BSc 2009, question number 11. The text of the question is almost the same as DSC 2019 question number 25. The information is exactly the same, but they're asking you a different thing today. Okay, they're asking you a different thing in this. Okay, तो जो प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन को आंसर अच्छे से किए हैं वो ये वाले क्वेश्चन को भी आंसर करेंगे. What is the answer to this? Please tell me. Tell me, क्या होगा आंसर? Do it. Put your answer in the poll. I've already activated the poll. Do it. Right. I'm ending the poll now. Sharing the results. So this question is so similar to that. M is equal to 4px plus 6py, and M is also equal to 12px plus 2py. So from here, we are able to find out what is my px by py. Okay. So 4px plus 6py is equal to this. So again, I'll get 8px is equal to 4py. Okay. Or 4py is equal to 8px. So 4px will be equal to 2py. ये आ गया. Okay. Now M is equal to 12px plus 2py. 2py is 4px. So M is equal to 16px. So M by px is equal to 16. So if I spend my entire income on X, I will be able to buy 16x. That's it. So what I did was I took out a relationship between px and py, which we already knew, but yet I found out again here. So I got that px by py is equal to half, or 4px is equal to 2py. Just substitute that in this equation. You get M is equal to 16px. That is, if I spend my entire money income on X, I'll be able to buy 16 of X. Answer is Bombay. ठीक है? Okay. समझ में आया? Then please raise your hand. अब थोड़ा डिफरेंट बजट लाइंस को देखेंगे. ओके, डिफरेंट बजट लाइंस को देखेंगे. चलिए ठीक है, ये वाला क्वेश्चन को करते हैं. ओनली टेक अ लुक एट द बजट लाइन. कुछ और नहीं करना है ये वाले क्वेश्चन में. ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 15 को देखिए, क्वेश्चन नंबर 15 का बजट लाइन को ड्रॉ करिए बस। Forget about the utility function and the preferences. Suppose Miss Bijli's income is 10 and the price of widgets and electricity are 1. Okay, दोनों का price 1 है. In order to curb Miss Bijli's electricity consumption, the electricity company decides to impose a surcharge of 1 on every unit of electricity consumed in excess of 4 units. So basically, if I were to talk about to find out the budget line for this question, this is basically DSC 2005 question number 15. बहुत पुराना question है, but when you take a look at this and you try to find out the budget line, बहुत interesting है. आपको budget line का concept बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आएगा when you take a look at this. So money income is basically 10. Price of electricity is the same as price of widget is equal to 1. अब हमें ये दिया हुआ है that price of electricity becomes 2 when electricity consumption goes beyond 4 units. So 4 units stuck price of electricity is 1. Beyond 4 units, it becomes, I have an additional surcharge over electricity. Okay. Now in this situation, I want you to make the budget line for me. So what are the two things that you need to tell me? यहां पर विजेट का इंटरसेप्ट क्या है एंड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का इंटरसेप्ट क्या है. ओके, ऑल्सो टेल मी द स्लोप ऑफ द बजट लाइन इन डिफरेंट रेंजेस. सो ऑब्वियसली आई एम गिविंग यू अ हिंट, बजट लाइन का स्लोप यहां पर चेंज होगा क्योंकि यहां पर पहले द प्राइस वाज 1 देन द प्राइस बिकेम 2. सो px by py जो हमने देखा था बजट लाइन में, ऑब्वियसली दैट इज चेंजिंग, राइट. सो स्लोप ऑफ द बजट लाइन आपको मुझे बताना है कि क्या हो रहा है स्लोप ऑफ द बजट लाइन को. ओके, सो मेक एन अटेम्प्ट एट इट एंड डू इट. प्लीज पुट योर आंसर इन द चैट बॉक्स. ओके, यहाँ पर कुछ पोल फीचर नहीं है, यहाँ पर आपको चैट बॉक्स में आंसर करना है. डू इट. All right. Thank you so much. I have got overwhelmingly high responses for this particular question. Very, very good. चलो तो इसको कोशिश करते हैं. Let's try and understand कि कैसे बनेगा इसका बजट लाइन. तो सबसे पहले let's understand इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को E लेते हैं तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्लस विजिट इज इक्वल टू 10. ठीक है, when the price is equal to 1. यहां पर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंजम्पशन हैज टू बी लेस देन इक्वल टू 4. Now, this is basically 2 into electricity plus widget is equal to 10. यहाँ पर electricity consumption is greater than 4. इसको दो तरीके से लिख सकते हैं. इसको दो तरीके से लिख सकते हैं. एक इसको ऐसे लिखा जा सकता है that 2 into electricity consumption minus 4. This is the additional electricity consumption that I'm doing plus widget. Okay. So electricity consumption goes beyond 4. Okay. Then only will I apply this. तो यहाँ पर is equal to 10. इसको ऐसे भी लिखा जा सकता है. तो anyway, whatever way that you want to approach it, हमें तो डायग्राम ड्रॉ करने से मतलब है. ये समझ लीजिए ये E है, ये widget है. And this supposing is electricity consumption which is equal to 4. तो 4 तक the slope is equal to -1. This is 10. If I choose to consume only widgets, it's this. When I consume 4 electricity, the number of widgets consumed is 6. Okay. So this is what we have. E plus W is equal to 10, E less than equal to 4. And this is what the budget line will be. तो यहाँ पर अगर मैं लिखूं तो क्या आएगा? 2E plus W is equal to 18. Okay. $18 है ना? Am I making any mistake? -8, E minus 4. हाँ, E is greater than 4. Okay. इसको आप ऐसे भी ले सकते हैं that let E dash be the extra consumption after 4. So 2 into E dash plus W is equal to, I have already consumed 4 electricity. को ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. Choice is up to you. आपका choice है. Okay. तो यहां पर क्या होगा? कुछ ऐसा बनेगा. If I choose to consume only electricity, पहला 4 electricity per 6 I have already spent. Then further I will be able to spend on 3 electricity, right? So E dash का क्या value निकलता है? 6 by 2 which is equal to 3. So total electricity consumption can be maximum 7, right? This is equal to 6, sorry. Because I've already spent on 4 electricity. तो 10 minus 4 है ना ये. I've already spent on 4 electricity. तो ये कुछ ऐसा बनेगा. So E plus W is equal to 10. That is what will happen when E is less than equal to 4. When E is greater than 4, you'll get 2E plus W is equal to 14. Okay. इसको आप ऐसे भी ले सकते हैं. 2E plus W is equal to 14. If you draw this, you'll get something like this. Okay. कुछ ऐसा बनेगा which will pass through this. So what is my ultimate budget line? This budget line is only relevant after 4. This budget line is only relevant before 4. So ultimately the budget line will be this. Okay. ये रेड वाला अल्टीमेट बजट लाइन होगा. दिस इज व्हाट मेजॉरिटी ऑफ यू हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड मी. नथिंग न्यू. ऐसा बनेगा बजट लाइन. So this is an example of a case जहां पर the budget line is not the usual linear budget line. यहाँ पर budget line में एक kink है, where the price of electricity is changing. This is a very very realistic case. ये real life में भी है. पहले कुछ units of electricity is at a very low cost to the common public by the government, and as your electricity consumption increases, they start charging you a higher price. Okay, this is actually there in electricity consumption. चलिए ठीक है, तो ये हो गया. आई होप एवरीवन हैज बीन एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि कैसे हमने निकाला है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंजम्पशन यहाँ पे. ओके, वेरी गुड, थैंक यू, समझ में आ गया. यू आर पुटिंग इट इन द चैट बॉक्स. ओके, गुड 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 गुड, वेरी गुड. चलो, तो एक और क्वेश्चन को करते हैं, एंड लेट्स सी हाउ मच व्हाट ईच ऑफ यू आर एबल टू डू विद दिस क्वेश्चन. We are only concerned with the budget line. This is DSC 2009, part 2, question numbers 26 and 27. Suppose that a typical graduate at the Delhi School of Economics lives in a too good world, books and movies. Very true. The price of books is 50, price of movie is 10. Why will anyone get out of a movie hall if the price of movie is lower than books? Anyway, let's continue. Scheme 1 is 750 is paid as fellowship and additional 250 as book grant. Naturally, book grant can only be spent on books. In this case, budget line निकालिए. Scheme number 2, 1000 as a scholarship is paid to the student, gets one movie free on each book that they purchase. ये भी निकालिए. तो ये दोनों schemes में basically निकालिए कि budget line कैसा दिखता है. Okay, दोनों schemes का budget line निकालिए and put your answer in the chat box. I'm here to hear from you. Please बताइए what you get. Scheme 1, how will the budget line look? Scheme 2, how will the budget line look? Do it. थैंक यू फॉर योर रिस्पॉन्सेज, थैंक यू, बहुत अच्छे से आप लोग जवाब दे रहे हैं। इट्स वेरी नाइस टू सी सो मच पार्टिसिपेशन। ओके, चलिए तो ये चालू करते हैं। लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट टू डू हियर। तो स्कीम 1 के बारे में हम लोग बात करेंगे सबसे पहले। स्कीम 1, स्कीम 1 में क्या है? 750 इज द फेलोशिप ग्रांट दैट कैन बी स्पेंट ऑन बोथ बुक्स एंड मूवीज। प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, एक्स है बुक्स, वाई है मूवीज। ओके, यही है ना दिया हुआ, है ना? एक्स है बुक्स, वाई है मूवीज। प्राइस ऑफ बुक इज 50, प्राइस ऑफ मूवी इज 10। ओके, एंड additional 250 is a book grant which can be spent only on books. ठीक है, so that can be spent only on books. So if I say that total consumption is equal to x dash plus 5, total books का consumption is x dash plus 5, then 50x dash plus 10y is equal to 750. Okay, ये 250 can only be spent on x. Okay, तो वो तो खाली x पे स्पेंड हो सकता है। ठीक है, तो either you write it in this way or you write it in this way, that 50 into x minus 5 plus 10y is equal to 750, and x is obviously greater than equal to 5. तो यहां पर बेसिकली क्या होता है, 50x plus 10y is equal to 1000. So this can also be the budget line, but ये condition है x is greater than equal to 5. Okay, ठीक है। तो दोनों में से कोई भी तरीके से आप इसको समझ सकते हैं, इक्वेशन बना सकते हैं। इफ x dash is the additional number of books that I buy apart from 5. अच्छा, some of you are asking ये 5 कहां से आया? 250 is on the book grant, ठीक है, तो 250 divided by the price of book is 5. तो 5 बुक्स तो मैंने बुक ग्रांट से खरीद लिए। ओके, naturally I will be spending on the books because books is a good commodity for me. Yes, मैं assume कर रहा हूं कि books is a good commodity, that itself is an assumption. हाँ, so 250 is the book grant, price of the book is 50, तो पांच किताब तो मैं खरीदूंगा ही from the book grant, and if I need to buy more books then I need to spend from my scholarship amount. Okay, so if I need to buy more books more than 5, that is x dash, then I need to spend from my 750. ठीक है, तो ये इक्वेशन को देखते हैं। 50x plus 10y, ये ले लीजिए x, ये ले लेते हैं y, so 50x plus 10y is equal to 1000, x greater than equal to 5. तो यहां पर क्या लिख सकते हैं, ये हो गया 20, ये हो गया 100, बट x हैज टू बी ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 5। तो अगर आई पुट दिस थ्रेशोल्ड एट 5, तो ये जो बजट लाइन है, ये बजट लाइन 5 से स्टार्ट होना चाहिए। इट शुड स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 5 एंड एंड एट 20। ओके, सो दिस इज माय बजट लाइन। स्कीम 1, मेरा बजट लाइन इज हैंगिंग इन द एयर, राइट? दिस इज माय बजट लाइन। पहला 250 मैंने बुक ग्रांट पे स्पेंड किया, बाकी का 750 इफ आई स्पेंड इंटायरली ऑन बुक्स, आई विल बी एबल टू बाय 15 मोर बुक्स। तो टोटल में मैंने कितना बुक्स खरीदा? 20। 5 फ्रॉम द बुक ग्रांट, 15 फ्रॉम द स्कॉलरशिप। And how many movies can I watch? I can watch only 75 movies because book grant can only be spent on books. If I spend entire amount of money only on movies, मैं 75 मूवीज ही देख सकता हूं, क्योंकि स्कॉलरशिप मुझे 750 का ही मिला है. Fellowship is only for 750 rupees. So if I spend entirely on movies, I'll be able to buy 750 by 10, only 75 movies. Right? So I will be able to spend on only 75 movies. And if I buy only books, then I will be able to buy 20 books. 20 books कहां से आया? Fellowship से 15, book grant से 5, टोटल कितने हो गए? मैं एडिशन नहीं सिखाने वाला. 15 + 5 = 20. ठीक है, ये अजम्पशन मैं करूंगा. इतना मैथ्स आपको आना चाहिए. राइट? चलिए, ये हो गया स्कीम 1. स्कीम 2 को समझते हैं. 1000 स्कॉलरशिप गेट्स 1 मूवी फ्री फॉर द नंबर ऑफ बुक्स दैट यू परचेज. सो 1000 is the scholarship. Whenever I buy a book, I get a movie absolutely free. So if I watch Y movies, I am actually paying for only Y minus X movies. ये कॉन्सेप्ट को बहुत अच्छे से समझिए. इन टोटल अगर कोई आपको बोलता है कि आपने 5 बुक्स खरीदे हैं and you paid for 50 movies, ultimately आपने 55 movies देखा है. You paid for 50 movies, but with 5 books you got a movie free. With each book you are getting a movie absolutely free. With each book you are getting a movie absolutely free. So if I spend on 50 movies and buy 5 books, I am actually watching 55 movies. ये concept समझ में आया सबको? I am actually watching 55 movies because 5 books जो मैंने खरीदे थे उसके साथ में 5 movies मुझे free में मिला है. So if I spend on 50 movies, I am actually watching 55 movies. ये concept अगर समझ में आया, then you will understand that I am spending on basically Y minus X movies. Okay? If I'm watching Y movies, मैंने Y movies को watch किया है, मतलब कि मैंने spend किया है Y minus X movies पे, where X is the number of books that I buy. X books I bought, वो X movies मुझे automatically मिल गया. Right? तो अगर मैंने 100 movies देखा है, मैंने spend किया है 100 minus X movies पर ही, क्योंकि X books I have purchased, तो 100 minus X movies I have bought with my own money. Okay? So this is what the equation will be. इसको एक और तरीके से समझा जा सकता है. If I simplify this, you will get 40x plus 10y is equal to 1000. And it is but obvious that the number of movies that I watch has to be greater than equal to the number of books that I read. अगर मैंने 10 बुक्स खरीदे हैं, मैं 5 मूवीज नहीं देख सकता. नॉट पॉसिबल. 10 बुक्स को खरीदा है, देन ऑब्वियसली 10 मूवीज तो मुझे ऐसे ही मिल गया है. राइट? सो y हैज टू बी ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू x. इसको एक और तरीके से समझा जा सकता है. 50 rupees I spend on book and I get a 10 rupee movie free. 50 rupees I spend on a book and I get a 10 rupee movie free. So my net price for a book is only 40 rupees. 50 rupees is the price of a book. Supposing मैंने ये कवर खरीदा, उसके साथ में ये पेन फ्री है. कवर का कॉस्ट इज 100 rupees, पेन का कॉस्ट इज 20 rupees. तो इफेक्टिव प्राइस ऑफ द कवर हुआ 80 rupees. अगर ये कवर है 100 rupees and I get a pen absolutely free, there is a cover like this and there is a pen. कवर का कॉस्ट है 100 rupees. कवर खरीदने के साथ साथ में मुझे पेन फ्री मिल रहा है. ओके? तो नेट प्राइस ऑफ द कवर कितना है? नेट प्राइस ऑफ द कवर होगा 100 minus 20 rupees. 20 rupees पेन का प्राइस है, 100 rupees कवर का प्राइस है. वही मैं कर रहा हूं यहां पे. बुक का प्राइस है 50 rupees, मूवी का प्राइस है 10 रुपीज, नेट प्राइस ऑफ अ बुक इज 40 रुपीज. सो यू कैन थिंक अबाउट दिस बजट लाइन इन एनी वे. ऐसे सोच सकते हैं या ऐसे सोच सकते हैं, दोनों में से कोई भी तरीके से. गिव मी अ मोमेंट. ओके, ठीक है. तो अब इसको ड्रॉ करते हैं. ये x है, ये y है. इरेज करते हैं, कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट होगा. ओके, इसको अगर मैं ड्रॉ करूं तो क्या आएगा? 1000 एंड ये होगा 25. ओके, नाउ y हैज टू बी ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू x, ये मत भूलिएगा. तो y इज इक्वल टू x का एक लाइन बना कुछ ऐसा. y greater than equal to x is only this part. So यहां तक होगा. तो ये पॉइंट क्या होगा? If I spend all my 1000 on books, I will be able to buy 20 books. तो मैं 20 मूवीज तो डेफिनेटली देखूंगा ही. मैं 20 मूवीज तो देखूंगा ही. इफ आई स्पेंड इंटायरली ऑन बुक्स, मैंने पूरा अपना पैसा बुक्स पे खर्च कर दिया, तो 20 बुक्स मैं खरीद सकता हूं. तो मैं 20 मूवीज ऑटोमेटिकली देखना ही पड़ेगा मुझे. 20 मूवीज तो मैं देखूंगा ही. सो दिस इज व्हाट माय बजट लाइन इज. ये पॉइंट से ये पॉइंट तक, दैट्स इट. दिस इज माय स्कीम नंबर 2. तो स्कीम 1 ऐसा है, स्कीम 2 ऐसा है. इज इट ओके? इफ इट इज ओके देन प्लीज रेज योर हैंड. सही है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर. हाँ, 100, सॉरी. या ये 100 है बेसिकली. 1000 बाय 10, 100. हाँ, ऑब्वियसली वो 100 है. Right. Thank you so much for joining in for the class today, and I sincerely apologize कि थोड़ा सा late हो गया in starting of the class. I hope that you enjoyed the class as much as I did. I personally love this logical consumer behavior topic, and we'll continue with preferences in the next class. तो budget line, budget set को मैंने बहुत अच्छे से describe करने का try किया है आज के class में. I hope that it has gone in and all of you have understood something at least. ठीक है. Thank you so much everyone for being a part of the class today. I wish to see each of you tomorrow in class. Till then, be well, stay safe, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.